You're already in the territory of the flowers. It's only a matter of time before you bloom. I am not an optimist, but a great believer of hope. I'm not going to limit myself just because people won't accept the fact that I can do something else. You have two choices: to conquer your fear or to let your fear conquer you. Sisters in battle, I am shield and blade to you. As I breathe, your enemies will know no sanctuary. While I live, your cause is mine. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. When your back is to the wall and you are facing fear head-on, the only way is forward and through it. It's not about whether or not someone is a bigot, but whether or not the argument which that someone is arguing is worth being a bigot about. It is more important to be of pure intention than of perfect action. Grief, no matter how you try to cater to its wail, has a way of fading away. There is no doubt fiction makes a better job of the truth. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. If you feel obsessed to prove something to the world, then you'd need world attention to be able to prove it. Truth is something believed in heart. Fact is anything happened in realities. The search for truth takes you where the evidence leads you, even if, at first, you don't want to go there. There's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for. If you have the guts to be yourself, other people pay your price. When life doesn't meet your expectations, it was important to take it with grace. One does no question miracles, or complain that they are no constructed perfectly to one's liking. My body is my journal, and my tattoos are my story. It would be so nice if something made sense for a change. Nobody is wired wrong, because there's no wrong and right in the way we are. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. The flower that blooms in adversity is the rarest and most beautiful of all. Using our trauma as an excuse to cause trauma to others was inexcusable. Until you change how you get things done, you'll never know what works best. Instinct is a makeshift, an admission of helplessness before the problem of reality. Failure is not when you fail once, but when you refuse to learn from your mistakes. It is difficult, when faced with a situation you cannot control, to admit you can do nothing. Read books. Care about things. Get excited. Try not to be too down on yourself. Enjoy the ever-present game of knowing. Violence is spiritual junk food, and boredom is spiritual anorexia. That's what fiction is for. It's for getting at the truth when the truth isn't sufficient for the truth. It was only a sunny smile, and little it cost in the giving, but like morning light it scattered the night and made the day worth living. There is no tomorrow, and there was no yesterday. If you truly want to accomplish your goals, you must engulf yourself in today. It's hard to throw away history. It was like you were throwing away a part of yourself. Day after day, we stuck, nor breath nor motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean. A clown on a throne is still a clown. A king in rags is still a king. Even in the far future, never forget that you have right now. Wherever you are right now, you're just taking a break. When you use your energy and resources to punish people, you run out of energy and resources to protect people. Success awaits those who steadfastly commit to any requisite sacrifice. Books are mirrors. You only see in them what you already have inside you. Stress is a consequence of negative happenings or impact in life, but important is how to overcome it. With ordinary talent and extraordinary perseverance, all things are attainable. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. A religion which cannot benefit a person before death cannot benefit him after death either. I don't know how I look, but I know how I feel. young, goofy, infinite. We may place blame, give reasons, and even have excuses, but in the end, it is an act of cowardice to not follow your dreams. When you know what you want, and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. No matter how slow the truth moves, it will surely reach its destination. Writing about the unholy is one way of writing about what is sacred. It is a very natural human trait to destroy that which frightens us. Glory resides in the hearts of those you inspire, not in fleeting moments of fame. I shall look at you out of the corner of my eye, and you will say nothing. Words are the source of misunderstandings. The world changes, we do not. Therein lies the irony that kills us. Sometimes things become possible if we want them bad enough. Actions defined a man, words were a fart in the wind. Darkness ages faster than you'd think. It doesn't loiter on forever. Words are like eggs dropped from great heights. You can no more call them back than ignore the mess they leave when they fall. The power of empowerment can change the world, one person at a time. No new horror can be more terrible than the daily torture of the commonplace. The smallest act of kindness makes you more beautiful than any expensive dress or makeup. Books have a way of finding their way into our lives, usually right when we need them the most. Don't step backward toward nothing. Step forward toward something. Better awkward steps forward than coward steps backward. Always try to be joyful and proactively benign to the people. By doing so every day, people have no control at all over my mood. Make the most of yourself, for that is all there is of you. That's the problem with life. You never get enough time to stare at your ceiling and try to figure out what's going on. The big lesson in life, baby, is never be scared of anyone or anything. Success in life is not for those who run fast, but for those who keep running and always on the move. Make improvements, not excuses. Seek respect, not attention. If you can feel the future, then you are about to experience it. The heart makes its choices without weighing the consequences. It doesn't look ahead to the lonely nights that follow. To know that we know what we know, and to know that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge. Thank heaven for people who are satisfied with facts that conform to the reality they wish to believe. My biggest fault is that the faults I was born with grow bigger each year. We cannot do everything at once, but we can do something at once. Someday people will ask me what is the key to my success, and I will simply say, good karma. My feet are shaking, but I'll do whatever it takes to take a step forward. The truth is the kindest thing we can give folks in the end. Doubting your judgments is the beginning of enlightenment. Life is a full circle, widening until it joins the circle motions of the infinite. I have two enemies in all the world, two twins, inseparably fused, the hunger of the hungry and the fullness of the full. Sand lines my soul, which is filled with the breath of the ocean. To live without philosophizing is in truth the same as keeping the eyes closed without attempting to open them. At the end of the day, let there be no excuses, no explanations, no regrets. Be humble, for you are made of earth. Be noble, for you are made of stars. All that exists is just and unjust, and is equally justified in both respects. Like all dreamers, I confuse disenchantment with truth. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is reluctance. Life is worth living as long as there's a laugh in it. Civilization is only possible for deeply unpleasant animals. It is only an ape that can be truly civilized. Tomorrow is promised to no one. Prioritize today accordingly. It is not uncommon for people to spend their whole life waiting to start living. A lie can run round the world before the truth has got its boots on. The most important reason for going from one place to another is to see what's in between, and they took great pleasure in doing just that. In a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. I've always liked the moonless night best. It's easier to say things in the dark. It's easier to be yourself. In the beginning, some people try to appear that everything about them is in black and white, until later their true colors come out. Vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Truth and courage aren't always comfortable, but they're never weakness. You're where you are right now because of the actions you've taken, or maybe the inaction you've taken. Thank people who help you because they make you happy. Thank people who don't help you because they make you strong.